So this is always the hardest one for people to kind of get a grasp of. But I'm gonna lay on my side, and I'm facing this way, right? So I'm on my left side of my body. My left leg will be flat on the ground. Right leg will be pointing up in the air. So we can even do it like we could just mirror each other. You can look at me, and just like you look in the mirror, exactly. And now I'm gonna push with my right leg off the ground. And now I'm gonna adjust my posture and do the same thing again. Yeah. So I tend to like do this.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually like trying to push someone away.
So the idea is if I'm here, right?
Yeah. Now I want to make space, right? So
Okay.
so now that I've made space, I can put my legs back in between us.
Okay.
That's where this comes into play.
Okay.
Super good, yeah.
Excellent. I can do the drills and everything. I don't understand actually the structure of jiu-jitsu, like how it starts and ends and all that stuff. And
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So just keep going on one side. You guys can go, but you guys can switch sides, right? To side. So yeah. So if I'm gonna switch sides, I'll try and like bridge on my shoulder, and then I'm gonna do the exact thing on the opposite side.
Okay.
Yep. And then, yep, fix your posture. There you go. And then push off your, yes. Switch it back the other way. There you go, kind of getting the hang of it. Yep. Yep.
I'm not going to win any races.
It's all good. Yeah, I'll show you that.
So kind of like the idea is to always be kind of protecting this
core, the
internal
center.
space,
Okay.
right? So you have your arms and your knees to block that from being into that.
So you can go, like, you can start this one, you can start with your hands on the floor. If it's easier for you, unless you've done it before. Like, we're going to roll over our shoulder, not our neck, okay? So I'm going to go, like, sideways. So I didn't roll over my neck, right? I want to, like, roll over my neck and my spine. Okay. So I'm going to the side, kind of like.
We'll see how this one goes. This is going to be the actual test where I actually get so far, right? I've not done it. That's not results. We'll find
Take your time, roll. Take your time. It's all good. It's all good. All good.
Whoa.
Yep.
Can you do it?
that? Okay, I was.
But the dizziness is the one.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
So I went to high grade last
It
week,
happens every time.
and they got like a 50-yard fucking run, and they just spin. And I was like, oh shit,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
A little dizzy.
So we'll do the same thing, but front, stand up, and then back. Take your time. Yep, there you go. Stand up.
I didn't spin around.
And then the
It's
same.
back when I need to watch this one.
And the same thing. Yeah, you go. So don't go straight over your neck, go over your shoulder. It's all good? Yep.
I'm glad I hit my neck that time. I know.
No, that was good. That was
Okay.
good. You didn't go straight over your neck.
Okay,
so
okay.
that's- It's kind of the idea. So there's this. He used to fight MMA back in the day.
Yeah.
His name is Jacare.
Okay.
He's Jacare is like, I guess, a variety of gator in Brazil. And then he did this right when there was like a huge rivalry with Ohio State and Florida.
Okay.
He won a match in Ohio State and did this after his match, and everybody's like, right in Columbus, he's doing the fucking gator walk in front of Ohio State fans. Yeah. So just go, yeah, there you go.
Like a fever strip.
And so
I'll try it.
this will try to keep your legs together, right? So this will come in like I'm trying to come here, and you push me away, and move your hips away. Exactly.
Okay.
That's where this movement comes.
Okay.
Yep. That's it, man. Yeah. This one's always fun. So facing the wall, no hands. Yep, there you go.
You also say this is down?
So the way I sometimes I'll do it is I'm going this side is down. I'll put my elbow on my inside of my thigh. And then push off like that. Yep. That's it. Yep. Okay, we can we'll partner up and we'll just go through a couple cool drills from just a super basic position, do a basic sweep. Use a little bit of the gi for a choke and a little back take. So, you warm?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright.
You'll start seeing me sweating.
Ren, if you don't mind. So if I'm on the bottom, I want to be able to cross my feet around my partner, right? So I'm kind of like, I got it in control right now. If he's between my legs and I can cross my feet, Ren's going to have to uncross my feet first somehow, and then move his body over my legs and end up to go for a little pass. Yeah, so if I can stop him here too and cross my feet, kind of good for me. If he somehow gets through this, yep, and then goes all the way over here, really bad for me.
Sure.
Yeah. So if I can cross my feet around Ran when I'm on the bottom, really good for me.
Okay.
He's got to kind of mind himself as far as where he puts his hand and stuff like that. He doesn't want to put his hands on the floor. You know, ideally he'd like to try and keep his hands on me. Yeah. Yeah, not let me cross his arms across his body. So I'm kind of looking for stuff like that. So one of the most basic things is I kind of think of trying to isolate one side of the body, right? So I'll go with my left hand into his right collar, and you can go super deep if you want to attack, right? Sometimes he and I, or you and your partner, will get into a crazy scramble, and then you can achieve this position. You're like, whew, man,
For a second.
hit that reset button. All right, cool, right back. You don't go super deep, but you can go really deep where like the tag, like a t-shirt tag is. Sometimes I think like I want to touch that tag is how deep I want to put my hand, right? So I'll go here and hold his sleeve, right? Now I'm kind of on one side of his body, right? So now I got a couple different options I can do from here. If my goal is to get from the bottom to the top, one of the most basic sweeps that works forever is a scissor sweep. So I've got this arm trapped, so I can uncross my feet. My main goal when I'm holding this arm and I want to try and get this sweep is that I don't want to let my partner put his hand on the floor. Is he gonna stop? Yeah, he's got like an anchor to put out here, right? So I'll go here and I control his hand so that he can't touch the floor. Kind of keep it close to my chest. I'm gonna uncross my feet and shrimp back just like we did in that first drill, right? Shrimp back. I'm gonna put this frame in between Ryan and I. So I put it like at this angle right here. My knee sort of pointing at his shoulder and my instep almost right at his belt line over here. Almost hooking him with my instep.
So your knee is sucked into the inside of his jacket.
Outside.
Oh, outside.
Yeah, outside. Yeah. So now I'll put this leg, my right leg, on the floor out here. So to make this sweep, what makes it work better is sometimes I want to take Rand off of his heels. So I'll use my two grips that I have to tug him just a little bit to bring him close to me. And then I'm going to use my legs like the scissors. They're going to go like that, right? So my left leg will go across as this leg sweeps under his legs this way. So if I can pull Rand forward and make them work at the same time, oftentimes the momentum will bring me right on top of him. Yeah. And if I was still holding on to my grip in his jacket, and I've got one good grip here, I can loop this free hand on the floor around his head and now put my thumb in his jacket. Sorry. And get a good choke here.
And he tapped out there. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's that.
Okay.
So I'm kind of
And
like
you can do it with your foot. You can do it audible.
taking away all the slack that was in his jacket, basically.
The goal is to pin someone, right?
The goal is to the pin is a good way.
It's a
good goal.
Like so that's a very good goal. Like
Okay.
if I'm on top of him like this, I kind of like painted him in a corner. Once you start to do it more, you're gonna start to know like where his defenses are gonna be,
Sure.
and you can kind of think of how many he has, right? How many different ways he can get out of here.
Right.
So I'm gonna be kind of aware of that and try to stop all of that up until the point where like he can't move anymore and I can get him in a submission and finish him. One more time. Okay. I gotta cross my feet behind his back. Right. I'm gonna reach in for his jacket. I can go super deep. I don't have to. I'll go deep. And if you really want to make your partner worry about your grip on his jacket, when I get my grip that's super deep, I'm holding it like this, right? This is his picture. His head is right here. See how my hand is curved like this? If I want to make him really worry, I'll turn my hand down like this to drive this into his neck. So now I'm like this, and I'll turn it down like this. A little bit more irritating. So hand on the tip of the sleeve, and I don't put my fingers in like this. I'll grab the outside. I'll grab the outside and roll it over my fingers like that. Here, uncross my feet, shrink back, put this frame between he and I don't want this to bend any more than it's already bent, right? So if I'm like kind of like cruising and I let Rand bend it and he puts his weight on me, it's hard to get it back, right? It's hard to get that angle back. Now he's got his weight, gravity, everything's working in his favor. I kind of messed up. So I keep that thing rigid like this. I don't let him bend it anymore. Put this foot on the floor. I want to sweep this out as my other leg kicks him over, right? So I kind of take him off his heels just for a quick second. Do that motion, and I'm on top of him. And if I'm not too familiar with any submissions, I can put my hands on the floor and have a good base here, right? Now he needs to worry about my weight distribution on him and trying to get me off. Cool.
Sure.
Give that a shot.
Sweet.
Go for it. Go for it, boys. Give it a shot.
How does this work? Yeah. What am I doing now?
So, on your knees, and then I'll start off. This is called close guard,
Okay.
right? And the idea is to posture and keep your hands off the mat because there's all kinds of, morals and stuff, right? So that's just like that. So
You're gonna flip me.
I'm gonna flip you. So you guys here,
Finish with the choke or the arm.
that's very threatening.
That's far. Yeah, I can do
Right?
that. Sure.
So if I'm gonna sweep, sometimes it's
Or,
just
I mean,
like
whatever.
this line right here
Okay.
because it doesn't feel like a threat at all.
Sure. Okay. So.
Then I come here,
Yeah.
open up my guard,
Okay.
and then there's a you want to create tension all the time. So
Sure.
push,
Sure.
and pull.
There's a pivot point.
Yes. And then
Okay.
from here, I want to move the weight off that knee because if you have all the weight, I can't kick.
Right.
So if I bring that forward,
Got it.
and that comes up.
Right. And then you hold me down. Okay.
Good job. Cross legs.
Cross legs.
Ideally, you want to get your hips off of the mat.
Okay. And then this arm. Wait.
Nope,
There's right. Like that. And then. this, and then tension.
You can grab it like
Or
that.
no, nope,
Straight
that's
like
like
that.
that. And then tension like that.
Nope.
No,
So
wait.
you
Oh,
open it up.
switch, yeah.
So put your feet on the floor for a quick second, and now you can push yourself back.
Push that hip back.
There you go. Now that
Okay.
now your left leg will slide right
Slide
nicely.
right here.
Oh, right into this
Yeah.
thing, this pocket, and then.
This
And
will
so
go
you're,
down the
you're
floor.
pulling me with this and pushing with your left.
Let me help you adjust this leg. real quick.
Okay.
So bend it for me.
Pulling with this. What am I doing with this?
You're pulling with
You can
this.
pull
Pull both?
as you
down
let
and
as you
push
let
with
your
this
legs
one.
work.
Push.
I'm pushing with your knee. I don't know. Like that? Sorry.
You might have been a little bit too close to him. Your leg might
Okay.
have been a little bit too bent.
Try to drive that knee through me. Like you're trying to pull me in through your knee.
Okay.
Like that. That's
Like,
the
wait,
action
wait,
that you're missing.
Like so this is the fulcrum and I'm pulling down on this. What is this?
This one is stopping me from putting my legs on. Because if I
Got
put my hand
it.
out, you can't sweep it. So that arm just keeps here, so I can't post out. It's a lot.
It's many about my body in these ways.
Yeah. It's funny how
non-dominant.
Okay, so it's that,
I'm the
and
same
then
with him.
like this.
Oh yeah, we should drill on this side.
like that.
Drive that inwards. So push it. There we go. Now pull. Now there we go. Now at the same time, you want to pull me all at once on top of you.
Yeah.
Now kick.
This is
Don't
this
worry
is
about
very
that
specific
one.
strength thing.
Don't worry about that one. It's mostly core.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Boom. Now hit.
I don't
Right that
know.
way. That one. That's the power.
Did you sweep him?
I did.
So you
Yeah, I felt it. No, but I'm telling you, the very specific part of my body that is weak is my lower back right there. And that is the thing that I can feel it.
So I'm always like,
tapping out
just
again.
go for a choke. And there's no
So
complication.
you're using. Try not to use very much strength at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because it does feel like I'm
Okay, stay down.
so. And then.
And this hand just kind of keeps my. He just puts that here. That's it. There you go. Get one that hit one. There you. That's it right there.
Oh, I can't feel it.
Yeah.
I felt you fall,
And
but
then extend your
that
leg.
was it.
Extend
my leg.
Like with him. Like watch Mitch do it to me. Watch
Yeah.
it. Watch this. So once he gets all these things he needs in place,
Yeah.
when
I
he's
think
gonna
you were too flat. Trying to sweep this way when
I'm
you were
sure.
flat.
Yeah, I'm
So you got to be up on a hip here because then that allows you can even push here.
so like sometimes people are a little hip to this sweep and they'll base themselves out like this, right?
Okay.
Which means I'm making my base wide this way,
Yeah.
but it's still weak this way.
Okay.
So watch this leg with Mitch's. Watch the work that this leg does when he goes for his sweep. So it doesn't stop. He doesn't just throw me over with his hands. This is assisting him to take aim.
Yeah.
This is the kick and then the. You see
Yeah.
that?
So you had like momentum on your right leg moving, but I thought that was the solid base.
You don't necessarily need the momentum. The momentum comes in with me pulling him on top of me, just to get it off of, just to get him off of his heels, just a little bit, because sometimes it can be heavy to try and sweep someone from here.
Right. It feels
Yeah.
like I'm trying to lift the
So,
body.
so I need to time it all together in sync. As I get him off his heels, I'm moving my. And you see how my leg came across when he fell on his back?
Yeah.
That's what's going to help me to come on top of him.
No, he moved it. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Kind of. Yeah. I can see the motion.
But you can't take me that way if your hips aren't pointed out.
Yeah. I definitely have been flat.
If your back is flat on the floor, it's going to be impossible.
Okay. One more time.
Over here. Just go nice and slow. I like to. When I first started, I closed my eyes the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
And just focused on just the movement itself.
There you go. Stay on your side leg. Kick your leg all the way
All the
over.
way through.
Keep following through, but I
Keep going up.
started it. And then that.
And then as you keep that one, then you come in for the other side. Yep, then you hit
So-
each other.
So now you've got the pieces. Just put them all together now. Make them all go together.
Is a headband a bad not right, or do I have a towel?
You mean like the?
I'm
Is
sorry,
the
sorry. You're
That's
bad.
usually what happens. This foot,
Okay.
it's pretty sweaty. Do you have a headband?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sweaty.
yeah,
Right.
Biggest problem with no eyebrows is the
Yeah, shit gets in your eyes.
Just right up here.
I'll run some picture here, here. Ryan's gonna stand up, right?
Okay.
Boom. So I got these two grips in place, and now I'm gonna go almost like, sort of like K guard. Sorry, I'm going to let these guys try and draw something a little bit different. So now I'm gonna go spider with my left leg, boom, push him out here, and then this leg, my right leg, I'm gonna keep the tension on here. My right leg, I'm gonna go K guard, which is like bending under, like this. And now I'm gonna use this, the leverage of my shin behind of his hamstring, and hugging his leg, holding onto his pants. I'm going to use the leverage of this mechanics, and lifting up along with this to sweep him over, right? So I got here, and now I'm just going to go all in the same motion towards my left side. And come right up to that sweep. Cool. And right into knee on belly. Yeah. So if I do it without kind of like slowing it down, like the way you do your sweeps, you're going to come right on top, right? With momentum.
I like it. We don't play K guard. We
No, we don't.
don't do a lot of it
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a good elementary
I like it.
one, right? So like I'll play like this style of spider open guard a lot. Like I like this a lot because triangles are there for me, right? So I'm gonna switch from going on this bicep, foot on the hip, to this bicep, right? And the hand on this collar. Now I'm gonna switch to that K guard. Knee goes underneath Rand's hamstring. Now he's kind of compromised already. So now I'm gonna use my shin behind of his hamstring to lift, as well as pushing him to his corner with this, right?
I think that K guard gives you a better because you're over a little bit more than like a reverse De La Hiva. So your angular momentum for that sweep is greater.
I can load a little
Yeah.
bit better, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. It's a different angle.
Try it out, and then we can go over that. The option of
Whatever you
I'll
think is best.
I'll do it. I'll do it to you so that you can see where so on your knees. So we'll do what Mitch and I was talking about, where I get you in the spot that I want. Right. We're here. I got my grips in place.
Oh shit.
And across.
Don't fall.
And I'm gonna go for that scissor sweep, right? We were talking about.
Yeah.
Right. So now you kind of see it coming, and you open up your legs wider. You feel that? You feel how you can face out. So you're strong this way, but you're still weak this way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
But I think that's only
So jujitsu is a game, and you're gonna get it because you have that analytical mind. It's a whole game of if then statements.
Right.
If he does this, then do that.
Right.
If he does this, then do that. And the whole goal is to make moves that create pathways. You can either choose to do this or this. And you have an answer. If they do this, tap them. If you do this, you do that, and then that, then you tap them.
Yeah.
So it's this whole mental game.
It takes
It's
time.
chess.
It takes time to
It's chess.
to think about or realize where, like, let's say you're on the bottom and you're like, okay, I know he can only go A, B, or C. I'm ready for any three of those.
Right.
So whatever choice he makes, I've got an answer to those.
And those are like, are there only specific legal moves?
I guess.
I guess,
I don't understand that part.
Yeah, well, you can't
As far as, like,
gouge anybody's eyes, facial them out. Yeah, no striking.
Yeah.
There's like stuff that's like amongst your friends too you wouldn't want to do, right?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want to step on their nuts or anything.
Sure. And like, do you always start in that one position?
No, like if you can get to there, if you're the guy on the bottom and you can get to there, that's probably the safest. As far as if you're on your back, that's probably the safest position to be in. But it's
Closed guard is like
it's really like
home base.
yeah. Exactly. It's going through a mad scramble. You can cross your feet, like literally that's the reset button.
Okay.
Okay, good. Catch my breath.
And
I know my partner needs to figure out a way to uncross my feet before he can go anywhere. And if I can hold him there, because I know he's a really good top player. He's got a really good guard passing game, and I can do my best to keep my feet crossed. Better for me.
Right.
Because if he does this, he's won. That's half the battle.
Yeah.
He's got openness already.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be, I sort of need to keep up with him and catch up to the moves he's making if I'm not. Sort of develop the game plan on my own.
Right.
It's a lot, man. It really is. It's a lot to
I've never
to
done,
grasp.
yeah, I've never done any martial art or anything of that sort.
It's okay.
It's
Be careful, man. You're going to get addicted. I'm telling you. Changes a lot. You guys
Yeah,
can
I'm not sure exactly what's to proceed here, exactly how it's going.
Okay.
Did you
You
want
want to try to sweep again?
Yeah, or you
Okay,
want to
no, yeah. First time. Good. Alright.
And now we're going.
So, that same
Use this shin and then to lift as you push it this way.
issue comes up.
So you see how you like taking it
driving that
way?
There you go.
Pull the other way.
This.
Yeah, because you. Now you're gonna end up in a weird spot. Yeah, your left. Your foot right there.
Yeah, I wasn't.
And now I
Your other.
can a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Skinny yes walk. We started off
This
here.
one, right? Yeah. They're gonna
Switch
switch
this.
What you need to do is kick
On there
that.
for this type of guard.
Pushes me over.
Now,
and keep
now if I
falling
keep my
through it,
leg
not just like
loaded,
relying
and
on
like
the
this,
initial.
it's gonna be easy to send this.
Okay. Well, I think I was like trying to get you over.
There.
You were going the other way. Oh, over
No,
your
I
head.
was going over.
Got you. I see what you're
This
saying.
way, not
Okay, yeah, if it was more of a
That
back
way.
way.
Gosh.
So you'll feel like
To the left, but to the right.
I was thinking.
in here. So I like to be up in here. It's way stronger.
Girls don't like me. Full of my tight than me.
And I'll before I ever crack my guard, I try never to be flat. I'm always on one hip or the other. Then I come up into it. Open it. Like,
Oh, by your legs.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
legs.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
legs.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
legs.
like terminology. Shit.
Got it.
Yeah. So when I open my guard, slide that in there, and I'm pushing, and I'm pulling you into my knee. And then I have a lot of tension. When I pull you into me,
Yeah.
I carry all that weight. All of your weight is here. Whereas if you're on your base and on your
Wait, try my way?
You're gonna go
a lot
as
of
in
guys, that's
back.
good that you're on your
or
toes.
this way.
A lot of guys are.
So you need to
They
like this.
all their face.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
I
Man.
can't sweep you.
You're gonna go this way. I couldn't see what.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not gonna your legs pretty.
This direction.
Yeah,
So I've got to
tighter.
I've got to get either you
What
to
am I-
me.
what am I doing
I've got
with
to
this?
scoop.
You can,
to lift.
you can use it to lift because you're gonna lift with this.
You lifted me straight up.
Yep, there he goes. All the teeny on belly.
So you want to be able to get that weight
Clearing, then you gotta
resting
clear this.
on that frame. I'm not using any muscle at all.
Really?
No. It's all
Lifted.
technique.
Let me do it.
Yeah. It really felt like you were like straight up lifting.
So we'll start from this basic one. You can start it like however you want to start.
This is the same one.